Prince Andrew and the former President Bill Clinton have been named in newly released court documents relating to the
deceased sex offender
Jeffrey Epstein.
Loads of stuff this week has come out about Jeffrey Epstein and his supporting cast. You know, people like Stephen Hawking, Michael Jackson, Prince Andrew. All of them had flown with this guy on his jet to wherever. And I think with the details that have been revealed thus far, it's, you know, it's in the category of possibly innocent, but possibly criminal. But the big piece of this puzzle, the big story within the story this week, I suppose, has been the revelation that Bill Clinton, formerly thought of as one of the nicest guys in politics, you know, I'm not even taking the mick, you know, he's been described by many, many people as having had an energy to him, you know, just having a positivity to him. Just this loved southern state guy, charisma off the charts, you know, just an all-round nice guy. I mean, apart from the Lewinsky thing, I mean, that was an unfortunate blip. But before that, and even to some, you know, after it, a lot of people celebrate him as a really great president, even though, in spite of all that awfulness, he was a fairly loved individual. And so the revelation was, over the last couple of days, that William Jefferson Clinton flew a bunch of times on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express plane. This is the same plane that Virginia Giuffre, one of his key accusers, I think it was her that claimed this, or one of the victims claimed, that they were forced on his plane to have sex with Alan Dershowitz.
I am completely and totally innocent.
And so anyway, look, now we know that Bill Clinton was on this plane too. Many, many times. And that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad happening. You know, maybe he wasn't sat eye to eye, maintaining eye contact, while this ugly twant lawyer is getting blown by a child. You know, maybe he was. You know, like, maybe he was there, maintaining the eye-to-eye contact. Well, like, honestly, we don't know. We don't know what's happened. If that even happened with Alan Dershowitz, who knows? It's just an allegation. It was never proven. Can't stress that enough, guys. But that's what I'm saying, is we don't know if Bill Clinton was sat there watching that happen on first-class seats or not. We don't know which one of those eventualities took place. Hasn't been ruled out or confirmed either way, guys.
I am completely and totally innocent.
And yes, I suppose as a responsible broadcaster, you know, just in case you hadn't learnt the words to this song yet over all the coverage last couple of days, sing along with me. They all deny the accusations, etc., etc. Now, I don't think anyone's yet said that they were forced to bone Bill Clinton. I don't think. I haven't read that coming out, you know, in this context. I don't think anyone said in this context, in this story, that they've been forced to have sex with Bill Clinton. I mean, you could go and have a Google of his earlier work. But in this context, in this story, there is testimony, however, from one of the survivors who said that she saw him on the island. And also that Epstein had said to her privately, Bill likes them young. Then there's this other stuff that's come out about him, about how he allegedly threatened Vanity Fair, the very prominent American magazine, because they apparently, allegedly, all of the usual disclaimers, because they were about to publish a story about Jeffrey Epstein.
Bill Clinton walked into Vanity Fair and threatened them not to write a sex trafficking article about his good friend Jeffrey Epstein, who now he says he was never good friends with.
That doesn't look good for William Jefferson Clinton because it's like, you know, what is this ex-president doing? An ex-president threatening a publication in a free press country, guys, against publishing stories about this guy that he says he didn't even really know that well, you know? Like, so here's my question for the pragmatic minds out there. Would you go into battle on behalf of someone facing allegations of being a nonce-burger, like those sorts of allegations, would you go into battle on their behalf against a publication like Vanity Fair if you were their ex-president and you didn't even really know this guy that well? Really? Would you? Who's going into bat for you? You know, if you're accused of kidnapping children to get them to jerk off Alan Dershowitz, who's going to stand up for you? I mean, is that just how nice Bill is? Is that, is that what it is? He's just that much of a nice guy. But he storms into Vanity Fair and he's just like, yeah, I was just passing by. I was just passing by and I overheard you talking about Jeffrey. And I've met him sparingly on a few occasions. Purely to do with philanthropy. Purely to do with good causes. So I have no idea about his predilections and persuasions. But I'm willing to throw my integrity as an ex-president on the bonfire for this man, with whom I only have a passing philanthropic affiliation. Like, that's how nice Bill is.